Well, hello and welcome to another episode of the Tree Service Marketing Profits Podcast. We've got a very special guest today sharing their story about their tree service business. Hey, if you're watching this on YouTube, go ahead and like and subscribe to our channel. We've got plenty more video content coming up about tree service marketing and expert interviews. And if you're watching this on any other platform, if you're listening to it on the podcast, like and subscribe to your favorite podcast player. We got more content coming up, usually a weekly post. So we'll get right into it today. We've got a visitor and a guest that's sharing a story about his business out in Houston, Texas. We have Alfredo with AGS Tree Services. Alfredo, welcome aboard, man.
Thank you. Good morning. How are you today?
I'm doing great. Thanks so much for joining and sharing, man. So we'll get right into it. So your AGS Tree Services, I think you were mentioning it was a family business. And yeah, if you want to share how you guys got started and kind of all that, and we'll go from there.
Yes. Yeah, that's correct. I mean, this is a small family business. I started with my dad when I was in school, and then I graduated from college. I started working on my career. Besides working in landscaping, I am a petroleum geologist, so I was working overseas for a couple of years. But now my dad is old; he's 71 years old.
Mm-hmm.
He asked me to come back to the family business, so I put that aside and I came back to the family business. And we are just slowly, keeping the business growing slowly. I mean, has been a good experience so far because this was my college income back when I was in school.
Right. Mm-hmm.
And to come back to the family business has been great. I have a lot of honor to be able, to be working with the family business.
Yeah.
And I would like to share, with anybody my stories and look forward to keep on growing.
Awesome, man. Well, great. When did you guys, when did your father start the business?
We started about 10, 15 years ago. I mean, it was more like a landscaping company,
right?
Like long hair, small, a little bit of trimming.
Mm-hmm.
And then what we decided to do was to downsize the business. We passed most of the landscaping stuff to some of the family members. Mm-hmm. And we just took to do trees. And mm-hmm. The reason is because, we were trying to downsize a little bit because you get to be too much when you're doing landscaping and trees at the same time.
Sure.
Okay. For example, we were mowing 300 to 500 houses, mm-hmm. on a regular basis. And, it was too much. Okay. Mm-hmm. Now my dad is 71 years old. And he asked me for the last few years, to come back to the family business. So what we did, we downsized the business, as I said earlier, and now we only do trees. Okay. So we basically cover anything Houston, Southwest Texas, and anything in Louisiana, from Lake Charles all the way to New Orleans. Okay. Mm-hmm. So like today I'm here in the Louisiana area. Okay. And this is what we do. We have a lot of pride doing this. We like to take care of people. And we have a couple of, we got employees that have families too. So this is an honor to be able, to come back and do the family business, as I said.
That's great, man. Well, congratulations coming back to the family business and working with your dad and some other crews and things like that. What about, so as far as you guys growing the business, you started off as landscaping and stuff like that, I guess, because that's a whole nother side of the business, the tree service, right?
Absolutely, yes.
Whenever you get back into what made you guys decide that you wanted to do just tree service? Was it mainly just too many customers in the lawn care space and landscaping?
The main reason was because we figured that, for example, cutting trees, you cut a tree and you go home. You don't have to come back in. Okay. Plus, we try to downsize in such a way that we don't have to go back and forth, as you do, for example, when you do landscaping. Okay. Mm-hmm. When you do landscaping, if something is wrong, you have to come back and do multiple trees. Plus, at the same time, I was trying to see what we can do in order for my dad to be around. Mm-hmm. That is not that stressful. Okay. For example, now my dad is 71 years old. He's still working. Okay. Mm-hmm. He's still, he's still running a crew, but he doesn't have the stress that he used to have. For example, when you go mow a yard, and the yard, something was missing, you have to come back and you have to address that issue. Okay. So doing trees different. I mean, it's like you come once, you do your job, you make sure everything was done as expected, you leave, you don't have to come back. And for example, if it's streaming, you do like every year, every 2 years, and you keep customer happy.
Good deal. So, do you guys take me
Yeah.
through kind of like you guys as customers and clients? Like, are you guys doing mainly residential, or are you doing commercial, or kind of a mixed bag of both?
No, we do a mix, to be honest. I mean, we do a big residential clientele, and then, we have commercial as well. We got companies that they just, that we work for them all year round. I
Oh,
mean, they
good.
call us within a project, and
Hmm.
then, we go back and forth. And also, we have a lot of, like, in the community sometimes when some of these events happen and they ask us to sponsor them, so we come by. I mean, we do some trimming. I mean, we got a bunch of churches too that we provide services. I mean, it's kind of a mix, to be honest.
Right. And that's good. The commercial tree service is more of a repeat service, right? You got to come back
Mm-hmm.
and you got to trim the tree
Correct.
if they've got a large,
Mm-hmm.
portion of trees over there. So how
Yes.
are you guys mainly getting your customers from maybe word of mouth and referrals, or do you guys do any kind of advertising and marketing in the Houston area?
It's a little bit in between. I mean, we have a lot of referrals. We have advertising too. But mainly, what keeps us in business is a quality work.
Hmm.
Okay, I mean, when you come out and you do a good job for anybody or anybody that pass by and see it, they come over, they talk to you, and we try to do that on a regular basis. Okay, so that's our best representation. To
Hmm.
come over and make sure we provide good quality service. Otherwise, there's no point to be in business.
Hey, that's
Okay.
very true. Very true. Yeah. Yeah.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
So it's basically like when you're on the job site, you guys have your trucks. Do you have signs and phone number on your trucks and things like
Correct. Yes.
and
Mm-hmm.
people will come over and they're curious about what type of work you're doing,
Yes.
give them the business
Mm-hmm.
card, and yeah.
Yes. I mean, people come by. I mean, and not only that. I mean, some people just swing by and they take a look and they wait over there and see, what type of job you're doing, how you're doing it, and we go through the process. I mean, uh, from the start to finish. I mean, everything has to be neat. So people look at that.
Oh
Okay.
yeah.
So when they come over and they actually approach us, it's like they have already make up their mind and they know what they want based on what they saw. Okay, and then we'll go from there.
Right. So do quality work first and foremost. So there's
Yes.
really no reason to
Mm-hmm.
be a business. I totally
Yes.
agree. If you look
Yes.
at it only from the money that you're going to get from each job, then you're kind of got the wrong idea. So it's more of
Well,
great service, and then you'll also the money will follow, right?
to be honest to you, the money will come. Okay,
Mhm.
I mean, but if you provide good quality service, I mean, it will come to you automatically.
Mhm.
Okay, I mean, that's what has been working for us for so many years, and a lot of people refer us. I mean, they refer us because when we come out and they see that we can provide good quality service, and they already know about us. I mean, they just call us, look, I want you to do my trip. I
Right.
mean, they are not asking. I mean, sometimes they're looking for a couple of estimates at the same time. But to be honest with you, I got some people that told me, look, somebody quoted me a little more than you guys, but I would prefer you guys to do the service. Or they tell me, look, you quoted me a little more than another competitor, but I want you two guys to do it because you guys provide good quality service. And, we go from there.
Yeah, and that's the best way to do it. Those referrals are always a great source of revenue and a great source of business. So if you take care of your customers, they'll take care of
Mm-hmm.
you and they'll refer other customers over to you.
Absolutely.
So that's really so it sounds like you guys have like your trucks are wrapped with like your name and your logo and your phone number.
Yes. Uh-huh.
That's a good
Yes.
source of people can see you there. And when you're in the neighborhood, it's a great advertisement to have your truck with all the things on it, right? So everybody can see it.
Yeah.
Are you guys putting out any signs in the yards or anything like that when you do jobs?
Yes. Yes, we do. Yes, we do. Yeah. We put yard signs. At
Hmm.
least where when we are in the community,
Hmm.
probably like in the entrance or anything like that. Obviously it's temporary. I mean, you cannot keep that forever or anything. So when you come in and you're gonna be working in the community for a couple of days, you put the sign there. So at the end of the day, you go ahead, take it off, you put
Hmm.
it next day if you're coming back, and people look at that and they call us.
Oh yeah, yeah. It's kind of similar to your truck, right? They see your truck,
Mhm.
they see your
Same
sign.
thing.
It's a great testimonial already too, because you're already doing work in the neighborhood for one of their neighbors, and they see your sign, they see your truck. So it's already like, well, this company must be a good tree service company. Let me go over there and talk to them. Right. So they'll come over there and talk to you. So it sounds like it's really just kind of, being personable, being yourself, talking to the neighbors. And if somebody has questions about tree service, you can go over there and talk to them about their tree service project.
Absolutely, yes.
Yeah.
Absolutely, yes.
Go over there and give them an estimate, and that kind of helps you guys stay busy and keeping more work coming in the same general area. Well, that's great. That's good. Are you guys kind of like coupons, or do you guys have any incentives for like senior citizens or veterans or anything like that?
Absolutely, yes. Absolutely, yes. Usually, senior, we provide discounts, on the job, or we can do that. We'll go ahead and let them know what else they have over there that needs some attention, and we'll go from there. Okay. So at the end of the day, we try to provide the best service that we can provide as far as pricing, as far as actually doing the job. And when we get through, we want to make sure that the customer is satisfied. If they're not satisfied, there's no point for us to take business. Okay. It is that simple.
Do you guys ask for one of the great strategies for showing up a lot on Google search and things like that? Do you guys ask for reviews on your Google map listing?
Absolutely, yes. Absolutely, yes. Absolutely, yes. We ask for review. Some people don't do it. Some of them don't do it. But at the end of the day, we ask, but we don't push anybody to actually write a review. Okay. Yeah. Because that's only if they actually feel that they should write a review. Some people, if you do a good job for them and they don't feel like a user review, they're not gonna write a review. And some others, automatically they go ahead and write a nice review for you. Okay, so we ask for that on a regular basis. We don't push anybody. It just, if they actually want to do it, we'll go ahead and do it. But it has been working slowly. We've been getting some reviews here and there.
Yeah, you guys have got some good reviews. That's awesome. It's a good way to get started. And, one of the easiest ways to do it, if you guys are doing great service, and you guys sound like you're doing really great service, you could just ask the homeowner, hey, if we provided 5-star service for you today, would you mind giving us a review on Google? It really helps us out online. And they'll say, yeah, sure, of course, we'll give you a review, Alfredo, no problem. And so what you could do inside your Google business profile, they have a little short link. And this little short link, you can save it to your phone, and then you can just text it to your customer. And when they click on it, it opens up the review thing. So it makes it really easy for them to find it,
Thank you.
Yeah.
Yes, thank you.
That'll help you get more, because, a lot of times people can't find it, where to do it. They go, oh, hey, I was going to leave you a review, but I couldn't find out where to do it, So if you have that little link and just text it to them, then they can just click on it, and you'll get more reviews because it's easier to find, But if you ever need help finding that thing, I can show you where that little short link is.
All right, thank you.
Business profile.
Thank you.
But
much appreciated.
Yeah, no problem. So it sounds like you guys are getting referrals. You've got your trucks wrapped. You put out yard signs. Those are all great strategies to getting more and more customers, and just overall just doing great service. If you do great service and you're personable, people like you, you're going to keep doing your business and doing things like that. So take me into like the next 5 to 10 years for AGS Tree Services. What are you guys looking to do? Are you guys looking to grow the business, or?
Yes, so far we're looking to grow the business in the next few years. Getting new, more advanced equipment, obviously, hiring more crews, and overall, we are doing the step, in order, to keep this going. So probably not as fast as we wish, per se, but we are steadily working on this. Okay, so probably in the next 5 to 10 years, we're gonna have 3 or more crews going. And right now we cover anything in Houston, as I said, in South Texas, and then we cover anything here in Louisiana, and hopefully other states. Okay, that's the target that we're looking. This moment. Okay.
Yeah, it sounds like you guys are doing great. And, if you keep getting referrals and the business keeps growing like that, it's just going to kind of slowly keep growing. And that's really the smart way to do it. Don't take on too much that you can't handle. grow the smart way. Are you guys using any types of like social media, like Facebook or Instagram or anything like that?
Well, we have Instagram, we have Facebook, and then we have our website.
Hmm.
It is more just like go ahead and kind of all day and keep it up. I mean, post more pictures and some of the projects that we do. I mean, so that people actually can see it
Yeah.
because nowadays if they don't see it on social media, it didn't happen. I mean, you know this,
Hmm.
okay? So it's more like a speed of the process of the social media. Being present in there, and people will come. They'll find a way to find us over there and look up what we're doing and how we're doing it, and we go from there.
Well, that's awesome, man. So it sounds like you're going to maybe 3, 4 crews down the road as you grow the business. And you guys
Yes.
are already doing very well. It's a family business, so that's really cool.
Yes.
Working with the family and keeping everybody close. That way you get to spend more time with your dad and people like that, I'm sure.
Absolutely. No,
Yeah.
absolutely, absolutely. I mean, I spent years working overseas. It was great, but I mean, it's better to be home.
Yeah, no
Okay.
doubt, no doubt.
It's
Yeah,
better to be home. It's better to be, around the family. On my time off, I go to church with my mom. I go grocery shopping. I take my parents to eat. I mean, it's great to be home.
that's
Okay.
great. That's
And my parents are happy because they see, wow, they have worked so many years before, to and keep like a small level, and now they see the bigger scale that we're going to, and
Mhm.
they're happy with this.
That's great. Well, it sounds like you guys are on a great path forward. You guys are
Thank
looking to
you.
grow. You guys are doing well in the Houston market. That's a big market, so you definitely could probably do 3 or 4 crews in that market with how many population that Houston has. So,
Yes,
yeah.
yeah. The Houston market is, I mean, is big. Okay,
Hmm.
the situation that we have and some of the company has
Hmm.
is the margin. Okay, the revenue. I mean, is slower due to the so many companies, competing for the
Hmm.
same jobs. Okay, but I mean, if you have your clientele, I mean, you go from there, and at the end of the day, you try to stay busy. Okay, that's more important than anything. Come
Yeah.
out, do the good. I mean, do the good work. I mean, people recognize that you're actually doing a good job. People call you.
That's
You
great,
know.
man. Well, you guys are on a great
Yes.
path. I
Thank you.
guess so. Really, it's about doing the best work you can for your clients, and that will in turn get you referrals, more business, keep you guys busier, and everybody will be happy to kind of share your information so that you can come out and give them an estimate and do tree service work as well. So, Alfredo, what advice would you give somebody maybe just getting started in the tree service business? Maybe they're looking to grow to a business like you guys, where you guys are doing well, and maybe they're getting started. What type of advice would you give them? Maybe to like not give up or keep going, or what type of thing would you
Okay.
tell them?
The first advice that I would give is this. Okay, you need to be organized. Okay, that's the first thing. Okay, I know setting up a business is difficult. Okay, but you need to have a plan. Be organized, have a plan that you're gonna follow, and then you have to be consistent. Okay, sometimes you start a business, you don't see any revenue, you spend money. I mean, the first few months, probably the first few years, until
Hmm.
you see the green light. I mean, later on. But I mean, if you are consistent and you try to provide good quality service, it's gonna come to you. Okay, and then you can grow steadily. Okay, now don't get desperate in the process because that's what I see to a lot of people that usually call me and ask me questions. Say, look, I tried to do this for this many months. This didn't work. What should I do? I said, look, don't get desperate. Keep on doing it. I mean, you will see results. Now, but you cannot get desperate because in business, if you get desperate, you will not get anywhere. Okay. I mean, I mean, I'm just saying that all of us at some point, I mean, we feel like we're stuck. Okay. But if you keep on, if you keep the pace and don't get desperate, I mean, you will get there eventually. Okay.
Yeah,
I mean, be organized, be consistent. I mean, take care of customers. I mean, that's extremely important. When you take care of customer, they will take care of you. They will refer you, and to who knows, okay, and you grow from there.
that's great advice. Yeah, I think just basically doing, staying consistent and keeping organized in
Mhm.
your business, keeping track of your records, your invoices,
Absolutely,
customer base.
absolutely.
All of
Hmm.
that stuff will help you kind of grow smart. And then the other thing that
Yeah.
you said there too is stay consistent. Is, you know, business is not a short-term thing. You know, it's a long-term thing. So you have to look at it as long-term, and you know, you're going to be a little bit
Absolutely.
slower in the beginning, you know, trying to get ramped up in your business. But if you stay consistent, keep pushing forward every day, getting up, going to work, you know, making people happy, doing the right things for people, you're going to grow your business over time. So it's more of a long-term thing too, right?
Absolutely.
It takes a little while to
Absolutely.
get that name out there, you know?
Yeah, absolutely, absolutely. I mean, you know, you cannot get desperate because the situation is this: a lot of companies start, and when they don't see any revenue or any big uh, gain, I would say for in 5 7 months, a month. I mean, they just start on something else and they leave. Okay,
Right.
if you do that, you won't be successful in any business that you do. Okay, this
Good
takes
point.
time.
Yeah.
Okay, I mean, it doesn't happen overnight. I mean, you don't get success overnight. I mean, especially in this type of business. Maybe it's another type of business for sure, but not on this one.
Yeah.
On this one, yeah, I mean, you have to be consistent. You have to stick around. It will come to you. Okay, it will come to you. But I mean, it will be after some period of time. Okay.
Good point. Yeah. 5 to 7 months is not long enough, right? So you got to keep on
Oh,
rolling,
absolutely
keep on
not.
pushing, you know, and
No,
stay in the
absolutely not.
business. And it's just a long-term thing. It's how many people you take care of, how many people you provide value to, take care of the tree service work. And then over time, you're just going to build the business organically. So I
Absolutely,
appreciate
yes.
all your points today, Alfredo. This has been great, man. Thanks for sharing your company
Yeah.
story and some other points of wisdom. We really appreciate you coming on the podcast.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, thank you for the opportunity. I mean, any sort of question or anything, I mean, feel free to contact me at any time.
Yeah, that's great. Well, I think we had just a quick little audio problem. No problem there. But thanks so much for coming and
Yes.
sharing. Guys, if you're watching this video afterwards and you're on YouTube, again, go ahead and like and subscribe to our channel. It really helps our channel, kind of positions it more towards the top with different types of searches on YouTube and things like that. And if you're on the podcast listening to the audio, we got more coming up. So like and subscribe to the podcast. And until next time, we will see you on the next episode. Have a great day.